Admittedly, also I have had a rough start with Forza Motorsport. Unusable default FFP settings, partly wonky performance, a cumbersome, convoluted UI, and a career mode that is basically a grindfest. Yeah, out of the box, the new Forza can be a rather disappointing, sometimes even frustrating experience. Yet, it is not a hopeless case.
Let's tweak the car's performance for the next one.
On the contrary, it's a huge game with a solid base and a lot of potential.
That was your best lap yet.
First bigger patch has just been deployed and addresses the more pressing issues regarding stability, performance, and progression, that is, less grind. Also, with the right settings, I think it can be pretty enjoyable. Because beyond the Builders' Cup monotony and the rivals hot lapping, there is, for example, this gem called Free Play. Here, you can basically set up custom races completely to your liking. Mix and match cars and tracks, recreate real events, or try something hilarious and completely out of this world. It's up to you. And it is here where Forza is the most sandbox and actually reminds me of another driving game that I really love, Assetto Corsa.
Yeah, baby!
So here and today, I'm going to show you my current favorite game mode in Forza. Join me on my beloved and babied Ferrari 288 GTO against other sports GT icons of the 80s and 90s for a 3-lap afternoon ride at cloudy Le Mans while I ponder the strengths and weaknesses of the game in its current state. Alright then, let's start this race and see if we can have some fun. I'm doing this here with my Simracing Sport 2 direct drive wheel and an H pattern shifter, which I finally, have found decent FFP settings for. It's not the easiest way. Oh yeah, and the AI bunkers. Wow, completely nuts. As always, just survive the first few kilometers, first lap perhaps, on shorter circuits. And I'm curious to see how my babied and tuned 288 GTO, he drives here. Wow. Thank you, no penalty. With its not so cool looking wing, but okay. Well, yeah. Okay, fifth gear is definitely a bit off now. Yeah, very long. But still, my car level is not high enough, and I'm not allowed to change the gearing yet. Can I get the Honda on brake, under braking? Oh, not really. Let's give the position back. Come on. Let's give it back. Please. Come on. Here. I think Forza has a lot of potential, also in satisfying sim racers, at least in some respects. So far I've put about 15 hours in that game, and the last 10 only, to be honest, in free play, where I can optimize my settings, get a feel and create a bond to cars, and do races like these. I'm not so much a sucker for the Builders' Cup and the grind they show there. I'm more into using Forza as a sandbox
to create cool races, events and stuff. Let's see. This is just the beginning. It's just a pity that, yeah, it's so poorly optimized and its basic settings, speed in the FFB or, yeah, the general setup of the game are, let's say, not optimal. Far from that. To be honest, of the first 5 hours, I've spent about 3 hours tweaking my input setups. Come on. Yeah, this is an old car. No ABS. No traction control. No power steering. I'm yet to find out if perhaps the multiplayer is where we'll end up with that game. It's much too late, Timo. Whoa, just... oh. Whew. Damage? Apparently the brakes of the pro car in front of us are a bit better. Nevertheless, P6 after one lap. And this actually reminds me a bit of Assetto Corsa, which for me is, yeah, the perfect sandbox for driving games. And now that I've sort of optimized or found my general settings for the FFB, I can say that it also feels pretty convincing. It of course has its limits, quirks and, well, artificial stuff, but overall I gotta say I feel related to the cars. I've driven some road cars, I've driven GTEs and GT3s in the meantime. I feel connected, and the most important thing for me is that I can sort of anticipate what the car is doing or can react to what it's doing. And this now in most cases works. I'm still completely unsure where to brake here. Come on, turn. Wow. Okay, so the acceleration is really convincing. That's a bit too late, Timo. But also, guys, beyond the hype and the hate, I gotta say, give this game a chance. That is, give it some time. remember Assetto Corsa Competizione. Remember GT7. Most of the games need time, need a bit more time, and are not in a perfect state when released. And I mean, even though it's Microsoft Turn 10 with all their knowledge, money, and experience and competence, and although it's still and also and mainly perhaps a console game, it's not finished. Not at all, right? But give it some time. We're living in an era of service games. Why am I not able to hit that last chicane? I mean, really? Oh, I would have taken a penalty here. Let's see if we can make up some more ground. I mean, there are many positive aspects about the game, definitely. And most of all, I'm really happy that it is a PC game after all. Yeah, so we have our Forza CarPG with cross-platform functionality. Nah, not good. Okay, warning. Take that. The approach Turn 10 has taken with Forza Motorsport is quite difficult. Why? Because it is set to appeal to sim racers as well as to the complete casual player, and both shall have a very satisfying experience, you know? I have a certain understanding for the issues of the game and that not everything is optimized. Let's just hope, as it is a service game, that they keep on working on it. In my opinion, the release state is okay. I would have liked not to spend 3 hours messing around with my FFP settings and my wheel. Where's the corner, man? Okay. Whoa. Lost so much to the NSX there. But in defense of them, I gotta say, many things are really working and up to top notch. Me personally, I like the graphics. I like the a bit of desaturated look. Most of the sounds of the cars I've driven so far were good, or at least... Whoops, okay. What's that? Okay. That should suffice, nevertheless. Yeah, sound good, or at least, well, yeah, not annoying. And if it gets again, Timo. Well, I don't get it. Yeah, that's a penalty, isn't it? Finally, yeah.
Total time penalty is about half a second.
So that means I will lose that place, yeah. Okay. It's a 4:48, my fastest, while the Chevy C4 did a 4:43. I'm 23 seconds behind finally. And of course lost that place to the Honda due to the penalty in the last chicane, last corner. Nevertheless, I made up 6 places. Essentially, I'd like to talk about the positive aspects of a game when I'm doing a video. And here I can say I really like, actually I dig the amount of cars and their, let's say, car PG aspect they focus on, or at least the idea that you're developing a deeper bond or a stronger bond with your car. What's kind of cool. I like putting my latest favorite car on the track in different scenarios to have it compete with other cars of similar design and in the same power range. I'm yet to find out where, for me personally, the focus here lies. So after these 15 hours or so that I've put into the game, I'm yet to find out if the multiplayer is any good and if I really want to invest time there. On the other hand, though, again, I'm a bit disappointed by the career mode, the Builders Cup, what they call it. What they call motivational loop is basically a sort of grind that I've overcome. Though the overall presentation is still okay, it's nowhere on the level of the F1 series by Codemasters NEA. One of the few, if not the only, racing game where there is a convincing career mode. But eventually, it's us players who've bought this game, what we make of it. If you're in single player, if you're a Builders Cup type, go for it. If you're a multiplayer, do that. If you're a hot lapper, go into the Rivals mode. Whatever, guys. Let's see where the journey leads us. This is my first casual review of that game with my honest thoughts. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye.